the most of the glow up that this character has had as well. I think, you know, now that Jury has access to some real damage off of her conversions, she's got some great conversions off low short, which make her really dangerous. That V-trigger dash that she gets, the range, it's like a teleport almost. It's so good. And you know, if you add that with the consistency, and I know you put a lot of time into Jury a couple seasons ago, you know how consistent her control tools are, but the reward for the damage was not there.
It wasn't. It was very minimal, right? Like even if you got the opening, you still had to spend some sort of meter to either get the damage or get the Oki situation. That's all been alleviated in this season.
Absolutely. This is the first match of winners in top 48. You can follow at home on StartGG. Just do start.gg and add EVO 2022 and it'll come up in your Google search. You can check out all of the brackets and follow us all the way to top 8, because that's what we're doing right now. 48. We've got to see 40 players eliminated in this session. Of course, there's loads of games happening off stream as well. It's EVO. That's what it is. So you can follow on StartGG. And make sure that you know exactly how your favorite players are getting on. All right, let's get into this.
JB, also a character we have to highlight, another player we should highlight, I should say.
He's quite a character as well. Putting work in the corner. Rashid, you know, has been overlooked, I think, a little bit. We saw Garchikun on stream earlier with Shine, and the character still looks very, very solid.
I still think he's a very competent character that can deal with majority of the cast. I think there's just a lot to be said with some of the players that have dropped him. I think there's still a good amount of players that can make this work. And JB just might be one of those to prove that theory right. Just a kid with a very good neutral jump.
I'm sure what JB tried to do in terms of an anti-air on that neutral jump, it didn't work out.
Oh.
Backs off. That's standing
That's such a good buffer.
And it's so good.
We just get activation, trying to check the movement, but no, actually caught him flinching. That was the classic JB.
Oh, it wasn't ready to punish the V-shift.
Oh!
In the corner, Pro still alive.
That's so smart and so risky at the same time. So nothing to really fear from Rashid with or without meter. Can't really use EX spinning mixer regardless, but just the kid, again, opting not to use that critical arc in that very moment. Could have did him in the end. Ooh! You can't charge for free after that back throw. That is so far!
That's such a great buff for her as well. Actually getting conversions off that Stand Fierce now. Woo.
Being able to consistently hit crouching opponents too. Oh yes. That V reversal is hard to actually land. Ooh.
All
Two
right.
ships passing the night. A solid jump in now. Just a kid in dire straits. Nope, not at all. EX uppercut on the way out. Does get the low conversion afterwards. The fireball to chase. JB is in trouble. Where's that activation at? It's nowhere to be found. It's actually at the bottom of the heel of the medium kick.
Party. And, you know, that's such a horrible position to be in when Jury just needs one touch to kill you. That medium kick is so difficult to get around. It's really difficult to whiff punish. You have to kind of like preemptively buffer something in there. And it comes out so quickly anyway. She can use it as a whiff punish herself in that situation as well. Really difficult to get around at that range. And that's why you saw Just a Kid backing off and just happily playing at that range. JB gone back to character select. I'm not sure if we're going to see a change. It's probably just for him to take a bit of time. But we'll find out whether he's going to try something else here. He needs to definitely try something else in terms of strategy, because Just a Kid is looking very comfortable.
You think it would be a change-up of V-triggers? Because, again, he was rocking the V-trigger too. Didn't really get a chance to utilize it.
Yeah, no enhanced really moves there.
I'd imagine, yeah, you would want to kind of have that force of the trigger one. Let's see.
Let's see if he changes anything at all.
You can see him deliberating over it.
Nope.
Taking the breath. Nope, it's the same thing. Front flip, V-skill 1, as well as the trigger 2 with the Izifa. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce Juries. I probably could. I just gotta read, which is hard. Either way.
I have committed to actually learning move names in Street Fighter 6.
That's been one of my goals, yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Round 1. We should all be more like jammers. God bless you.
He's the one. Standing medium kick to start things off from both ends, by the way. Speaking of medium kicks, again, Rashid also has a very good one.
But hers is better.
Hers is better. No doubt about it.
Nice. Oh, wow, fell out of the pinball. Doesn't matter. Still does its job. Anti-airs.
So needy. The V reversal does get chased down. Does get the sweep, but again, not too big a damage. A nice conversion out of the corner, spinning that bar just to recreate this positioning now on the offensive. Just a kid. A little overzealous on that.
Pass out. Can do that when you've got the big life lead. Here's the activation. What we're going to see pressure-wise. Nice. Just takes the -4. Not really a big risk against Rashid.
Excellent block now, JP. Caught him in air. That is so scary. It could have been anything. No, nothing after that.
A lost round is what it is. I'm not sure why he decided to put himself back in the corner.
He did medium punch. It actually hit. Then he did the front flip. No?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Very solid conversion. Check
That time
the
he
forward
is
movement.
able to check the neutral jump. Just counter hit minus on that roll. Into the corner. Nice tech.
Oh, no
Just the
whip
kid
punch.
looking to fight his way out of the corner, but JB fishing for a cross counter.
Gonna be just fine. Yeah, that is negative. That was going to be Just the Kid's turn no matter what. Spinning mixer, keeping Just the Kid contained. Forward throw now. What's going to be the normal? Crouching short, dashed up immediately, but Just the Kid taking advantage of that. Now out of the corner. Here comes the pressure from Jury.
Yeah,
that
JB
roundhouse
would have exploded if he'd have tried to take that throw.
Buffering
And
behind
again
that jump
catches
fear.
it
Oh
with
my
the
god.
instant EX dive kick. Still alive though. Oh!
That was sick. That was actually disgusting. 2 steps ahead, JB, the Hamburglar.
Just a kid desperate for that activation. He thought he got through the whirlwind, but no. And this EX dive kick is working out really well for JB in all situations. Gets put back into the corner though. Hold this. Plus frames are plenty.
Does get the charge up. He does the fireball and the medium too. The medium storage. Okay, I do like that. Checking the movement yet again. Checking the lows this time, JB. He's going to be stuck in this corner for a while.
Yeah, Just a Kid is really looking for JB to take the throw, but he's being quite patient.
If he hasn't shown that card, I'd imagine he'd try to go for a little bit more throws, maybe like another set of frame caps possibly. Or even just chip damage.
Not ready to interrupt that EX whirlwind shot. Now he takes the throw again in the corner.
Oh!
He actually threw the start frames of a button.
He caught him
Extended
foot
hurt box, yeah. Nice check.
Oh! Nothing after. And JB again has to watch this approach. He fell short against the standing medium kick last time. Doesn't want to do it again.
Yeah, one super kick to put Just a Kid into the next round of winners. Oh,
The
the
whip
whip
punish.
I said it was hard to do. Oh,
What?
no,
That's
the hard
exact-
read on a throw.
That gave me PTSD, Logan. That's exactly how he took out Stupendous before he took out the rest of the West Coast. Wake up, jump short.
Yeah, I mean, if you think the throw's coming, don't not tech. If you believe there's going to be a throw in that situation and you need a single touch, the instant jump back fuzzy.
You can do it forward. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my. Just a kid. David, please. I almost flipped the table. But that was actually remarkable, though. I mean, we've seen JB really develop his character with Rashid, and now we also kind of see that journey with Just a Kid over the course of years in the Midwest. We finally get to see them come into their own here in the final stages here at EVO 2022.
It's really great to see, these players that have really ground out regionally have the opportunity to really show off their stuff here on the world stage, because we just never knew, did we? We didn't know how each country's best would fare. We're kind of still going on that 2019 meta where, the Japanese are without a doubt the best in the world, and there's a spattering of players across various different countries, but there's so much parity now between the very, very best, and it's really exciting now that we get to see them compete here at EVO all together. Talking of exciting, my God, we've just seen 2 of the best from NA, but look at what we have now. If you watch Topanga League, then you will know how exciting this matchup is going to be. Pugera's Boxer went on an absolute tear, terrorizing some of the greatest Street Fighter players in history in the recent Topanga League. He had a great show in the Intel World Open as well, didn't he, with that Boxer?
Without a doubt. Actually, they faced off into each other, I think, like 2 times over, I believe. Even before that, when they were practicing, I think Tokido was streaming, and he was trying to get some sets in with another Balrog player. I couldn't remember who it was, but he was trying to get that practice in, and also even tried to use Balrog just in case to kind of figure it out. There was that same era during the Intel World Open. He was trying to utilize that Balrog.
Pugera, man, so dangerous. It's really great to have him here. Tokido, of course, we know his pedigree. He's moved across the cast, and I'm very interested to see who he pulls out. Is he going to be a Luke?
Yeah, so he had mentioned that a couple of times on his stream and has made it very known that he will pick Luke for certain matchups. I haven't seen it exactly when he's been able to do so. Again, there's been just so many matches throughout the weekend, but let's think about it a little bit. Would you rather have the Urian play off against the Balrog or the Luke? I think Luke could do the job.
I think so. It's
More
very
often
interesting
than
to
not.
see that Tokido now is fully embracing the leverless controller as well. He was switching between. Do you remember? He would use the leverless for the charge characters and use the stick for like Akuma or like characters he needed to do DPs with,
Right.
for example. And I think he's completely all in now on this leverless controller. So that's quite interesting to see the future of fighting games. He's even got the sleeve on. Serious gaming.
Hey man, that just gets the blood flowing, right? There's got to be some sort of like circulation
Yeah,
check
you need
for
to
the
get
forearm.
those fingers.
I kid you not, when you work at a computer for like, like 5 to 6 hours, you really start to feel the strain.
Yeah, that RSI is real.
Man, that's old folks are really feeling it. But either way, let's take a look at what the selection is going to be.
Yes, character select is the important one.
And I love talking about Urian, right? A lot of the talk when it comes to the current meta of the game, the general consensus is that Urian has been severely weakened and may not be enough to combat some of the top tiers. But I say nay, because Tokido has proven it pretty much all weekend that you definitely can if piloted correctly. I mean, that could be like the blanket statement too. You could just say like, hey, any character is viable if you pilot them correctly, right?
I didn't see what Pugera went in terms of his V-Skill V-Trigger loadout, but I presume the V-Skill 1 would be great here.
We've actually talked about this too. I think even despite the nerfs to like V-Skill 2, I think even if there's matchups where it concerns fireballs, he doesn't really give a damn. He would actually still stick with V-Skill 2 because of the potential that he would get off of that.
Round 1.
Yeah, he is using it.
Fight.
Yeah. I definitely remember us having this conversation overseas. Oh my god. Starting things off with the snap kick. See, now you gotta start remembering the special normal names. That's the Jammers EX2.
They just quarrel everything. It's just quarrel headbutt, quarrel flick, quarrel tickle, all of them. Nice check on the dash. No tech from Pugera.
With the liberation there from Tokido, you could actually see
Oh,
what he
no
was trying to
punish.
do.
He thought he was going to cancel into the EX Fireball. It never came, and Tokido gets off scot-free there with a pressure.
Could have been a frame trap into EX Fireball, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's, I presume, what he was expecting. Tokido had the bar for it.
You saw the startup earlier. Didn't actually get to catch him meaty. Tokido found a way to... Oh, boy.
Chariot
Why not?
Out
Why
of
not?
nowhere.
It's always going to be coming when you're Urian, right? Like
I mean, he
you're going to have
doesn't
that
really
chariot
need
tackle.
bar for anything else anymore. It's not like he's going to use EX Headbutt, right? So
It's only dangerous in between strings.
yeah, exactly. And you have so many other options
That's right.
in between strings. Like that's when you can start backdashing and V-shifting without any real fear. So
If you're really brave, sneaking a crouching jab and then probably canceling the EX chariot tackle, hit or block,
Yeah.
right? Again,
Nice,
interrupting
there
the
we go.
movement. That crouching jab could lead to just so much.
oh, that was interesting.
Does have the charge up on the V skill.
Using it like a real reversal.
Oh.
Oh my god! I didn't even hear what that was.
It was
It did
3.
a chunk. It did a chunk.
You go for the side switch ender. I like this. What are you going to do now, Pugera?
Oh no, the block's done.
Balrog a little heftier than most. This is going to be tough. Pugera,
Yeah,
what's
this
it away?
EX
That's a punish.
No, poor spacing.
Tokido was just moving on in there.
Yeah,
he wasn't even trying to
committed,
give...
I guess, to the dash straight.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he was banking on that. He's like, I'm going to force Pugera to make this error because I'm going to make him think that he could probably get this estate and fight from the mid-ground.
And
Which
it's
is
so
fucking
easy
up.
now to just move and block, dash and block
Right.
on those leverless controllers.
That is a huge factor also.
Yeah, like being able to walk back and block instantly is
Oof.
so good in this game. Nice spacing on that violent knee.
Oh, there's a big
Not
punisher
nice
coming. That's
spacing
going to be
on that
just fine.
chariot tackle.
Oh, that could have been big for Pugera, but no conversion.
Oh, manages to make that anti-air whiff, plus frames on the charge roundhouse. Power bomb. Tex.
The
Dash
the
up, back
bravery.
throw.
Onto the other side. Tried to bait a throw with that light punch headbutt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pugera hasn't really been actively throw-teching on defense, though.
I think this is the only round where we actually seen it. Oh my god, just dashing up in front of Tokido's face. No check on the dash though. Oh,
Nice
speaking
check
of,
that time. Didn't go for the EX. No corner carry.
didn't even try to charge up a V-skill. I don't think he could have actually.
Oh my god, you're dead. You're so dead.
Oh, nasty. Did you hear what number it was this time? There was a ton
No.
of damage behind it. I'd
Do you know
imagine it was like 3
I
or
get
4.
so excited when I see tap being used again that I just forget to pay attention to what the number is. Because it pleases me so much to hear tap.
Don't lean back so far in your chair. Jeez, don't get that comfortable.
And of course, having access to tap means that you don't necessarily need to rely on that V-Skill 1, of course.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, there are certain sequences where you can kind of get like breeze through the block string if there's a fireball follow-up. Oh, my lordy. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tokido, again, trying to fish for a normal with that crouching heavy punch. Pugera, 100% on it, getting the whip punish. And no checks on the double dash. So scary. But Pugera's not even maintaining charge up until that point. Still maintaining that charge. Tokido is still the one pushing through, pushing forward. Once he loses his turn, nope, doesn't matter. Gets in the right range to get a whip punish.
How's he going to activate here?
Good question.
There we go.
The chariot tackle. Oh! Juggle. Oh, what an awkward sequence.
Oh, no.
Don't get thrown. Oh, he knew it.
Oh, wow. Oh!
You are actually so sick.
No fear. Pugera really let it get away from him there. He put him back in the corner. An amazing situation for him.
And there was a pretty significant smile there on Tokido's face. It's like, hey, I'll take those. I thought you would be able to react and block that. I was ready for the next step, but all right. We'll take it.
Takes that shimmy, gets the charge.
Dear Lord!
It was a 4. See, I'm paying attention now.
That's all I'm trying to listen to.
Let's just not commentate and listen to tap.
Down for that. Oh, we kind of have to.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Double dash again. Pugera has been sitting still a lot of the time. Tokido's been moving forward again and again.
Oh! Finally did open him up. No! My
Word.
God, the hit confirmed. And they have to take this mix up. What's it going to be? Back dashes out.
What has happened? There's been so many checks,
Yeah,
I
good use
feel
of the
like.
V-shift.
That was the counter hit conversion. Critical art. That's going to be more than enough damage. Oh my God, I like E-Wall.
Nice one, James. Oh, and
it
finally he
kill?
gets him. He finally gets him to bite on the throw when it really mattered. And Tokido takes it past Pugera. What a fantastic set that was with the much maligned, no longer fancied Urien. Made that character look very solid. They're just, when I watch these Urien players now, they're just really very solid in terms of their use of his medium buttons. It's like a very neutral base game. The character doesn't look very special at all. I just watch these guys and I'm kind of wondering, how did you win?
So one of the biggest things that I like to highlight in terms of like any sort of Urien player that manages to execute this is being able to maintain your charge and hit confirm off of the medium punch into tackle.
Yeah.
Because if you miss that opportunity, then the opponent knows like, all right, if you block this medium punch, well, you pretty much lost your charge. I know for sure you were trying to charge back and buffer. But people that actually confirm off of that, there's like a handful of them in Japan as well.
Yeah.
So like once you see that, it's like, all right, well, if he manages to get this down pat, this is going to be a problem no matter what. That's a sign of a really, really solid Urien player to consistently get that standing medium punch confirmed into chariot tackle.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, the follow-ups from that, having access to the reliable knockdown Oki and being able to maintain that pressure as well. It's such a big, big part of making the most of that character. I really appreciate watching Tokido squeezing whatever he can out of Urien, keeping him relevant, and he advances in the winner's side. The action has been great so far. We've got so much more. We need to get 8 qualifiers for the big Sunday Arena finals for Street Fighter 5. We'll be back with more games after this short.
We weren't going to keep you waiting for any longer because there's going to be so much action to go through as we wind down to get into our top 8. Again, Vicious here with Logan Sama to deliver all of the action for the fighting game fans here at Evolution 2022 live in Las Vegas. Again, we were going through a lot of the pool so far, trickling down into what was it, top 40 something, top 48?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We're going to be going through all of them.
So we've got 40 players that we need to get rid of, unfortunately, but 40 players that will have had a great result. Top 48 Evo is something you can put on your resume. I'm going to run quickly through some of the results whilst we're waiting for this match to start. Luffy beat Hot Dog 2-0. Mr. Crimson eliminated Picoro 2-1. Phenom eliminated SD Pinoy 2-0. Mortzi eliminated Nephew 2-0. Cien eliminates MQS 2-0. Idom eliminates Danka Diaz 2-0. Terrence eliminates Wolfgang 2-0. Chris CCH with the big win against Mena RD 2-1. Yanu gets revenge for America against Ryan Hart after Ryan Hart sent Idom to losers bracket. Mira advances against a name that I don't recognize because it is in Hiragana and I cannot read it. Mono beats No Need to Talk 2-1. Knight eliminates Shine 2-1. Jot eliminates Nigel 2-1. Hermes Venatori eliminates Kami. And Oil King beats Uzura, the Ryu, who gave us so much excitement yesterday. He wins 2-0. You can follow that on start.gg. But let's get into this one. It's El Chakotay against Gachikun. Gachikun had an incredible match against Shine earlier on stage. Let's see how he does against Chakotay's.
Yeah, we kind of prefaced this earlier with the amount of players left that are using Rashid, Gachikun still being the tried and true, the one setting the trends and showing us why he's so powerful with this character. But Chakotay also got a significant buff himself, and we're going to see exactly how and why.
Oh
what
my
a
God,
call
how did he know?
What?
How did he know? There's the counter
here.
And
it was so deliberate. There was such a significant pause after that. He was still managed.
Absolutely a call out.
How did you manage to get Chakotay to flinch like that? And you can see it. They're reintroducing themselves with the normals presented in neutral.
Catching him again. Not sure what that caught, but.
And it's so intense. Chakotay doesn't even want it to be overzealous. But the drop kick is always a great entry point.
Yeah, he's starting to, really rely on that drop kick in neutral, especially the charge one, just to get in on plus frames. You need to be wary of getting too predictable. That Gachikun will neutral jump that. There you go, you see, looking for a drop kick.
He will take it.
Doesn't work on him, though. Chakotay with the medium punch into the EX. Shooting Peach, gets opened up with the crush counter. We're going to the corner, Eagle Spike. There's the activation. Get some enhanced moves, and again, that crouching medium after a tap is really consistently working against El Chakotay. It's been a long weekend already, bro. Sorry.
I totally understand. Gosh, you've been sitting on a ton of meter, right? Any sort of confirm that could be more than enough. Yeah, and I gotta say, even without that, that was still gonna be a death scenario. Chakotay was definitely within chip range. No V reversal to save him. Either way, no matter how you spin it, Gachikun was gonna take that W.
I like that, how you spin it, and it's Rashid. Yeah, very good.
I appreciate
Wordsmith, that's why they got you in the game.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's one of those zingers, those one-line zingers.
Can we talk about the game? Come on, man.
We can. It's coming out real soon, hopefully.
Gachikun taking the first W over Chakotay.
Are we going to see Lucia? What do you reckon?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Might be nice.
He's been focusing with that character for quite some time, but no, it is Auto Armika. Okay, never mind.
Yes, come on. Yes!
It has to be this way. It has to be this way. He spent too much of an investment on both his streams and his tournament experience with this character.
I really enjoyed when GamerV brought her out in Saudi Arabia, actually. That was really fun to see Lucia doing some work. So let's see. El Chakotay, I think he's used Lucia already in this tournament. I'm pretty sure I saw her on the big stage yesterday. So.
I wouldn't be too surprised. And I really like the adjustments. Like, we kind of talked about this a good amount of times. There's not a lot of Lucia players, but to talk about the damage consistency she gets, right? She doesn't have to be too reliant on meter to get some of the big damage combos that she has now. And also just like the Oki scenarios she consistently gets. But I'm more impressed with what she gets off of lights. We'll see if that even comes into play. Gachikun already applying that pressure.
No interruption on that whirlwind shot.
Got him shot.
Oh, and again, that crouching medium punch, man, knocking on the door, and that door is always open.
You already know what those are going to do it. Oh, that's a little bit too far. Actually, that could have hit off the counter hit, stand strong. Yep, can't punish. Yeah. You do have the trigger on deck. A little bit more intimidating for Chakotay, if you ask me, considering he's just one touch away. That medium kick actually stuffing out Gachikun's attempt to throw out a fireball. No whirlwind here, but the storm is coming. Nice and easy so far for Gachikun.
Yeah, not really been able to really pressure Gachikun, put him under any kind of duress at all. Very smooth sailing Gachikun.
So far, it's been a pretty calm approach from Gachikun. He's just looking for a lot of the normals Chakotay's presenting. A lot of them are whiffing, right? But Chakotay has still been within range of what Gachikun's been wanting to press. That's the first time we've actually seen a whiff punish.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Counter poking is actually being within range now. Back throw for Gachikun. Man, a lot of these almost just getting...
Yeah, he was desperate for that activation of the EX run into the V-skill. Gachikun, oh no, and that's going to be it. The stun was racked up. He got the follow-up hit. there is the CA to close it
More
out.
than enough damage. There was, man, all of Gachikun's normals in that particular round just happened to be hitting Chakotay, whatever he wanted to do on offense.
Rashid wins.
It was actually quite intimidating. Just the amount of normals you would expect from Rashid, like from what we're so used to seeing. Like you see a lot of the medium kicks come out, crouching medium kicks as well, but mostly the crouching heavy punch. We've only seen that land like 3 times, and it was because Chakotay was just trying to run into it. He thought he had the green light to go, but there's just been certain moments where Gachikun was just so ambiguous as to when he wanted to counter poke or at least stop the approach.
Yeah, I mean, Gachikun looked really, really comfortable with the Mika matchup, and that is to be expected. There's, you know, you got Fudo out there. He would have been playing for like the last 5 years in the game. He's going to be incredibly comfortable. I was really impressed how comfortable he was in terms of the neutral against Lucia as well. Character that you hardly see at all out here on a competitive level, at least.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big representation of that character on an international scale either. So, I mean, like, I think it was just one of those things where Gachikun just had to pretty much play his game.
I've just seen he walked on stage. Oh, this is exciting.
Ooh.
So Just a Kid will be facing Gachikun for a qualification match for top 8. That is hype to say. Just a Kid, what an incredible season. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
So, just in case, like, I'm not going to hover over Angry Bird for this one, but just in case, hypothetically, what happens if Punk happens to take down Angry Bird? Do you know who's out? Do you know who's after that in pools?
I believe Tokido would be waiting for a top 8 qualification match in winners.
That's
the winner of
be
this
insane.
will go on to face Tokido.
That's actually going to be insane. Will we get that Fade Evil run back, or will it be a different challenger stepping up to the plate?
Angry Bird's been looking really, really strong recently, I have to say. He did really well in Qatar. The Ken was looking very, very impressive out there in Saudi Arabia. Of course, we've seen him over the last couple of years performing in things like Street Fighter League, Kumites and such.
Right.
But I think, you know, now that he has this roster of characters, which is very weird because it's like he's flipped around. He's now maining the characters that Big Bird used to use in Season 2's Rashid and Ken. So we'll see. He pulled out the Zeku yesterday when we watched him play against IDOM in the NA versus EU. And he's locked in.
It's really impressive to see how much he's grown over the years. I mean, like, he's always been a very, very strong competitor, but now...
Are we talking physically as well? Because he's looking...
That too.
He's looking swole.
They're taking their physical health into consideration because it also sharpens the mind as well. Again, these guys are buff, like super buff. I actually haven't been able to see any of the birds this weekend. But either way, talking about the plethora of characters, being able to sharpen his mind in terms of getting that matchup experience, right? If he doesn't get to play some of the folks that he'd like to, all because of the pandemic, he had to pick up those characters instead.
All right, Ken Masters against Karin Kanzuki.
Jesus, that's so terrifying.
Bro.
Word?
Yeah. Early use of the B shift to get out of that Ken Oki.
Look at this, it's just so intimidating. What are you going to do past the fireball?
One of the things that I find really interesting about Angry Bird's Ken playstyle is a very different Ken. Like, he's really come at it without any preconceptions. He really, really does use, oh my god, he really does use the low forward fireball at max range a lot, where it's very difficult to do anything about, other than like blow through as a block string. And he uses this V-Trigger 1. He really utilizes the new change of the V-Trigger 1, where you can cancel the fireball into a run for plus frames.
But did you even see, like, where he was using the fireballs? I don't even think it was backed by medium kick or crouching medium kick as much, right, as you were mentioning. But that is what I love to see.
His hit confirms are,
the confirms are insane.
Consistent. Both of these guys, of course, to be expected.
Kind of in dangerous territory. That could have been
Yeah, he'd already committed to that max range fireball. And you can see that a lot. He's going to go for that max range fireball just to poke away.
Oh my goodness. Could have been to critical art. Oh boy.
All right, he's going to use the Wreckers just to get a bit of corner carry rather than... Oh, no!
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Didn't use the CA. Interesting.
It might bite him. It might bite him in the end. No, I take it back.
It's not. He's going to get it done with only using one bar.
Taking full advantage of that walk speed, man.
Yep. Very
so
terrifying.
dangerous.
He said, like, as she starts encroaching in your space, it's very scary. Very scary.
We kind of experienced that right out the gate, too. Just Punk moving on in there. But Angry Bird, this is where he kind of shines, right? If his normals aren't going to be within range, he still has that fireball tool to keep Punk in check. It's too difficult. I feel like it's really difficult to even try to react at that range to jump.
Absolutely. It's really more of a poke at max range rather than like a zoning tool for Ken. Oh my god. And everything is working for Punk now after that first round from Angry Bird. Looks really strong.
No shot, that was a punish.
And this is guess the game. It's going to be back throw. No!
EX%,
Tosses
huh?
out.
Jesus.
Ooh.
That was so sneaky.
All right, and these guys are having a great time playing. You love to see it.
I mean, I feel like that could have worked. I feel like that could have worked.
Both of these guys catching each other with the plus on whiff throw. Very, very good stuff. This is a very evenly balanced match.
Round
I
one.
love to see it between these two. Right, we get to see the highest potential. Some of the highest potential.
Just out of range for the counter hit conversion into the medium punch there for Karin. And you can see Angry Bird is being very, very intentional on his spacing, staying out of that low forward range. Oh my God! If that had been blocked, that would have been a big punish. All right, here we go.
Moving again. The fireball has been getting a lot of mileage against Punk, by the way. It's just been so good. Double dash forward. The aggression coming in from Angry Bird from out of nowhere.
Yeah, trying to catch him off, just throwing his tempo. Yeah, it's only +1, so pressing the 3-frame jab is... Yeah, and that's the danger when you start getting a bit predictable with that fireball at that range.
Yeah, but at the cost of what, right? You do get the side
he's
sure,
lost the bar as well, so... Woo! Bumper!
No overhead. Nice and easy. Also,
Angry Bird set point now.
Still within that range to get that overhead, but man, the throw, very much so enough to do it. Punk, what are you going to do about this? No, anti-air down such an awkward angle. You can't crouching heavy punch that because it moves her forward.
Yeah, Karin's always had a bit of problem with anti-airs. Much better now than in the earliest iterations, but still, as you said, the forward-moving crouch.
What is happening? He can still get so much more after the EX Tenko. He didn't even attempt to go for the V skill. I don't understand.
Activation stations.
Oh,
that would have been.
If it was counter hit, it would have been dead.
That would have been dead anyway. Oh no! It happens to all of us. He got the jab. He could have done crouch jab stand light kick DP. That would have been dead.
True. True.
All right.
The delay.
Angry Bird takes it 2-0 against Punk's Karin.
That is a huge statement to make.
Yeah, I feel like we've caught Punk in a transitional period where he's looking for the character that is the one that's going to get the job done for him. I've seen him using Luke the last couple of days, and his Luke's looking very dangerous. The Karin just doesn't look as terrifying as it did in seasons past. We saw that when he pulled the Karin out in Saudi Arabia recently. We saw it there, as you were questioning some of the conversions, the follow-ups as well. The Karin just doesn't look as terrifying as it used to do. It doesn't have that same aura around it.
Yeah, it definitely felt out of character. There were certain sequences where he could have followed up. There was actually even 2 sequences before he had missed the EX Tenko into the V skill. There was a moment where he actually got an EX Tenko and actually missed a side switch. I'm like, what was the intention here? It was very uncharacteristic of Punk, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what it could have been, but as it stands right now, Angry Bird is going to get the most of it. Would have loved to see it go down to the wire because, again, 2 very, very good players.
Absolutely, we are blessed though to see Tokido versus Angry Bird in the next round. We are not going to see that run back of the 2017 epics.
It is what it is.
Tokido on Punk, but we might still get it. Punk might go on an epic losers run. He's got it in his locker, so we'll see how he gets on. If you want to follow what's happening in the losers bracket, you can do it at home. On start.gg and just search for EVO 2022. It has the brackets of all the events, so you can see exactly what's happening as we march towards top 8, which of course will be in the Michelob ULTRA Arena tomorrow. Can't wait to be back in the arena.
No, without a doubt.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, we're going to see all the players there. We're going to see a whole plethora of characters in that arena for Street Fighter V, which we can also see over in Street Fighter Duel. Again, we've talked about this game for quite. We hope you got all the refreshments you need because this action is not going to stop. Man, I was already stumbling over it, not even thinking about it because I'm pretty fast, yes. Yeah. I do speak kind of fast. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate that heavily. Going into the top 8, right, we have so much more to update you on. Actually, I'm fogging up my glasses just talking about it.
Let's take a quick run through the losers bracket round 2. Luffy eliminates Broly Legs 2-0. Mr. Crimson eliminates Phenom 2-0. My heart. Cian beats Morsi 2-0. Idom eliminates Terrence 2-1. Chris CCH eliminates Yanoob 2-0. Mira beats
Punk.
Mono
Jesus.
2-0. Knight, the Japanese player who qualified through a Sony qualifier with Ed, beats Jot 2-0. And Oil King eliminates Hermes Venatori. You can find all of the brackets right now on Start GG. We have got 4 more first round matches to come. We've still got Problem X Kudo. We've still got Smug Kawano. We've still got Daigo, the Beast Umehara against Killzu. But now it is time for Filipino Man against Higuchi, the young gunner himself.
This is the redemption match for the
Definitely
friendship
not Angry
camp.
Bird and Punk. Yes, there we go.
So looking at it earlier, Higuchi, again, the last time we saw him on stream, took down Chris CCH, sent him into losers against that Seth, but Filipino Man is looking to exact revenge here in this particular match, but Higuchi,
Nice counter hit
not going to let up,
conversion
not
of
at all.
that bazooka knee. Ow. And this is bullying corner pressure, making Guile. It's like he's the Season 3 Guile again with that pressure.
And it's going to be all Higuchi being able to dictate this pace no matter what. Again, just kind of teasing the charge, is throwing out the sonic
Nice
booms.
slide.
But it wasn't going to be enough after that, right? It was pretty deep in there to like not really pursue anything afterwards. So Higuchi, again, taking the first round of game 1. Filipino Man needs to find an answer now or else Higuchi's going to be all over it. Damn!
We both said it in stereo. It was nice. That was nice as well. Catches
love that.
Higuchi reaching.
That's like frame.
And how is Higuchi going to know this matchup? That's the thing. Are there many Roses in Japan? I can't think of many. And, you know, there's 2 really strong Rose players on the West Coast. They're going to have an abundance of Guile matchup knowledge at least. And let's see if Filipino Man can actually start getting something going. It's looking very, very unlikely in this match. Yeah, there we go. You cannot be reversal that. It's too far away. There's nothing. The block stuns run out.
I feel like
It's
there
a
hasn't
real
been
trap.
anything specific that Higuchi has like needed to adapt to, other than that one sequence where
and that's the
Filipino
thing.
Man had like hit him with like a maybe like a throw
Filipino Man has not had the opportunity to really start playing yet. Like that V-trigger use is so good. He's so good with that. We've not had an opportunity to see him really like make with most of these tarot cards.
Not one bit, right? Still trying to get these counter pokes going, but Filipino Man, even if he's trying to hit max range, is whiffing.
This is like very straightforward Street Fighter 5 play. It's just plus frames, shimmy, frame trap, staying out of range of that stand fist. Not really much to fear, as you said, after that slide. You're gonna have to start taking some more risks.
So Higuchi now trying to get the offensive, the standing heavy punch. This is going to be
Okay.
great. There we go. Off the wall. Continue the combo after. Look at the red on the screen. That is a ton of damage.
Burnt the full V-trigger on that. One more for the stun.
Word?
Yeah, he committed to the, oh my god, just catches him on the toes. And this is what we needed to see, exactly this. Once Filipino Man is actually able to get his game moving, then we'll see how Higuchi deals with it.
I don't think we'll ever see Higuchi jump in on Filipino Man so long as he has that trigger again. Just an FYI, that's exactly how he took a ton of damage just off of that. Man, that's a whiff punish if I've ever seen it. Damn!
Yeah, it's really difficult to deal with that jump forward when she's got that option there. But Flash Kick is very good for it, but if you catch Guile standing up, of course.
Oh, you saw Filipino Man reaching frames ago. You saw the startup of that animation. Throw, do it. Anton, you. Filipino Man does that raw activation. Plus frames.
You have to take
quick
all
rise.
of these throws. You have to take all of these throws. Yeah, this is smart. He's got the health to do it as well. And now that V-trigger's gone. You can get a hit confirm into a CA. Oh my god, he actually risked the jump. I can't believe he risked the jump.
I wonder if you would have been able to catch that jump roundhouse with a raw critical art. Considering how it traded with the anti-air, right? Oh, this is going to be huge damage. That's a setup with the soul punish. The attack still going to be plus frames. Oh man, that wasn't the sequence that he wanted. Filipino Man could have delayed that standing medium punch for the proper frame trap.
Yeah, starting to get away with just raw jump-ins. It's a legit mix-up if Guile's standing, because obviously the flash kick covers so much range, it's very good. If you catch Guile standing, then he catches him standing anyway.
You're dead.
CA, there we go, and this is what we were waiting for. Filipino Man getting the offense running. Higuchi is just blind guessing. He doesn't really know what's happening here. And Anton loves it as well. He's so animated. He's so full of energy and life. I really love seeing him play on stage.
This is him powering up. The more buttons he mashes down, the more he feels himself. We've seen hints of this, shades of this Even back then in Street Fighter 4, when he played off against Sakonoko, he was mashing for his life in between rounds to get his rhythm going. And I kid you not, that is proper lore when it comes to Filipino man.
All right, Higuchi going back to the character select. It's not going to be to change character, though. He is very much a Guile main, but certainly going to be taking a little bit of time to think about what just happened to him.
I know it's protested.
No changes in the D-set either.
No.
Indeed, there's going to be some time to cool off and figure out what the heck just happened. How did I get all this damage on me while she had trigger? Hello, Rose? You're viable? Sure is.
I mean, very much what happened to the Japanese when they started having to play Rose in Street Fighter 4. A lot of those console-exclusive characters in Street Fighter 4, they didn't have a lot of experience against.
We've even showcased that in some of the the flashbacks we've had from previous Evos. Oh my God!
I'll look for the whiff punish if it wasn't there.
Just at the edge of that soul spiral. Not really gonna get a punish off of that air fireball, allowing Higuchi to close the gap. A little bit of subtle checks here from Higuchi. Primarily been whiff punishes. Ooh. Jeez! Fire! Dash up, then what happened? That Wii Bazooka was meaty.
That hit so deep. Nice. And the meaty again.
Now utilizing the tarot card, does have the purple one out there. Whoa!
Oh no, the interruption. And we got loops.
Jab Filipino man is in dire straits. One touch, the overhead actually allied to you. Now within light punch territory.
Man, just went for the hard read. Just outside of range on the slide. Set point Higuchi. That was a lot more evenly balanced though that time round. And you saw Higuchi being a lot more passive, respectful in neutral until he got the interruption with the back fist.
Opting to fire off with the EX Fireball. I don't know if it was just to kind of close the gap a little bit. The Filipino man still stuck in this predicament, getting closer to the corner. Higuchi just firing away with a Sonic Boom from certain ranges, right? He doesn't want to get counterbooked. Man, 2 big whiffs on the forward fierce.
Yeah, just out of range of the low forward, trying to whiff punish that. But it's Higuchi with the dominance here. Every time we've seen it so far, Anton hasn't been able to fight his way out of the corner.
Look at the calculated range from
And
Higuchi.
again, he's risked that sweep a lot.
Crush counter, you get to pick up, that's
he
right.
doesn't know!
No, that was a crush counter. He was forced to get that.
Yeah, of course, sorry, my bad. Too excited.
It happens, man. We still don't see enough Rose, man. I get it. No, anti-air, that's going to be more than enough. Okay, well, at least one more touch, maybe a throw.
Here we go. Yeah, no protect that time. Activation, what are we going to do? Oh, walk into the jab. It was so anticlimactic in the end.
He was banking on Higuchi trying to play defense. There was going to be a sequence of frame traps that maybe Anton would, or Filipino man would have tried to confuse Higuchi with, but he wasn't even going to take that risk. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to stop you right there and use this crouch jab. And
yeah,
it worked out.
It makes sense because we saw Higuchi take all of the throws the first time he activated and was pressuring him in that situation with the life lead. But that time, no. He said, I'm having none of it. Close it out
You
with
had
crouch
to.
jab.
Yeah, I mean, like it's great too because like you take the throws, you would be able to take 3. It probably would have killed Higuchi if you took all 3, but you also can't just sit there and take it, right? Because if you take it, then the OTG is going to happen, you're going to get the full sequence, etc., right? So that was a really tough predicament. I didn't think Higuchi was going to actually fire away with the crouch jab because maybe if Anton took like a step less and did standing medium punch, it would have been pretty much death. But
yes,
it was a good call. It was a very good
but
read.
that's the game, right?
That's the read, yeah.
If I'd have walked up a little bit less and gone for the frame trap, I'd have killed you.
Precisely.
But I tried to walk in a little bit further, and I got jabbed to death. And
That's just how it is.
That's literally just what the game's built around. You know, how many frames am I able to squeeze out here? What pressure can I apply in these situations? Are you going to respect me? Are you not? Higuchi in the end decided, and that makes sense as well because you know it's a very prevalent thought and theory in all kinds of competitive games. I know you're deep into like the car games as well. In that, like, if I don't know exactly what you're capable of, then I just need to kill you as quickly as possible. I just need to close it out. I don't need to try and counterplay you and deal with any of your stuff because when you're dictating what's happening, the ball's in your court and it's a losing game for me. And Higuchi said, you know what, no.
I don't even have to play that if I'm not even really in that situation yet. I'm not in the danger zone quite yet, right? I could actually alleviate this from happening, but we're going to see Smoke. I didn't recognize Kawano because I didn't see what color his hair was this season.
I didn't recognize Kawano because he wasn't wearing like a Balenciaga sweater or like Louis Vuitton pouch.
Is he still part of that Street Fighter V J-pop band?
I don't know.
I feel like they're still together, right? Could someone in chat tell me about that? Because I feel like they're still together, right?
All right, it's time for the mayor, though. Very excited to see Smug here on the big stage.
Super excited. And what was the last time we really seen him on like the big stage like this? I genuinely cannot recall. I mean, he was over at like Combo Breaker. I don't know how he did at CEO, if he had gone to CEO, but the last time I saw him wasn't he at Combo Breaker.
Yeah, he's done pretty well. Brought the boxer out as well, so that was always fun to see. We saw the G, I think, yesterday. Jim Carrey style, that big yellow trench coat.
The mask, yeah.
Yeah. So he's still keeping both of those characters active. It's an interesting pairing, right? It's not like a super powerful pairing at the moment because I think like Boxer's very solid, but he has losing matchups. G's a lot better than people give him credit for. I think. Like I think he's overlooked. And I've seen a couple of G players come through. Okay, and we're going to see some G again here today. You know, of course, he's not like a I touch you once and then you have to guess the game.
Not at all, not anymore, yeah. One of the things, again, with command grab is that it's not going to be doing as much damage, but one of the things that we also like to talk about is Colleen, right? There's been some significant changes to how she plays.
Oh, yes. All of the Colleen players, I feel, are suffering for the sins of Kawano, who dared to beat so many of the legends of Street Fighter over there in Japan with this character, and she suffered pretty badly, man. I think the V-trigger changes are really, really harsh for her.
Everything outside of that, right? It's been so difficult for her to consistently get anti-airs going. You would have to resort to either doing the counter or even like an air grab, which are both very good, but at the same time,
it requires the counter's so risky, and the air grab requires a lot of focus as well.
Immediately going into the ranges where Kawano would love to play, and checking Smug has no fear, but there is risk. That roundhouse is pretty heavy. Whoa.
Yeah, that is still such a great anti-air.
It may not be as obnoxious as before, but it's still, again, very consistent.
Yep.
And that's what Kawano was banking on the whole time, right? If you were going to play outside of my roundhouse range with fireballs, I'm definitely going to react to you.
Yeah, being able to jump over that fireball and whiff and get a big punish is really significant here. Is he going to get the stun? Yes, he is, and that should be the round.
More than enough
with
damage
to spare.
And it was just that one sequence. Kawano was just waiting for Smug to commit to that fireball range outside of what Kawano was doing, and then that was all she wrote. Again, going right into the fireball, but the roundhouse exchange from Kawano. Back throw now with the button dash up. Tried to bait something.
Nice.
Air grab. You had time for the air grab still? What a whiff punish.
Beautiful buffer. Oh!
Oh, so dangerous.
We saw Smug suffer pretty badly the other day trying to use command grabs over and over and it not really working. We'll see whether that scarred him a bit, if he's still going to go for those. It's such an important part of G's pressure.
Oh, so dangerous. The roundhouse from max distance to Smug does not have the V-trigger yet, but if he blocks one more normal, that's exactly why Kawano's been a little bit reluctant.
Oh, and he does get it off. That's going to be the round. No,
he dropped it.
Oh. Ooh.
Kawano deliberately stopped trying to play the counter hit game, or the counter poke game. He didn't want to give Smug that V-trigger for free off of that last block. He wanted to find a way to land that hit. Oh boy. You see the buffer from those stand light kicks specifically.
Yeah, EX smash over is behind that, waiting.
You tried that dash jump in front of Kawano?
He's occupying the space.
Immediate checks. Forward throw now. Watch out now, crouching medium punch, the vanity step. What's going to happen?
Respecting these plus frames. One more for the stun. And he gets out the dash.
The fuse?
Oh!
The frame trap afterwards?
You can't press after that. Oh, he doesn't get the follow-up. No cancel off the light.
Oh, what is going on? There were so many fumbles coming from the side of Smug. The whip throw, Kawano now activating. Forward throw. What's going to be the sequence? That medium punch to keep him in check. It's so intense. Kawano doesn't have to overcommit to anything, but he's still going in, as he should.
Trades.
Yeah, immediately after the tech throw, the two exchange on that standing light kick. Nice and easy for Colleen and Kawano. There's a lot to be said with Smug, with the way he's been trying to play, right? He can't really play the counter poke game that he is very much so proficient at. Again, he's buffering. G has one of the best bufferable normals in the business.
Bro, the crouch and light punch is incredible as well. It's getting a little bit scrappy as well, like the exchange, the scramble in the corner. Definitely didn't come off for Smug. Very unfortunate. He'd already mentally committed to certain things, and you know when you get that counter hit jab, but you've already committed to other stuff following it up. It looks like a big drop, but just wasn't your time. He's taking his pressure, jumps out, nice.
The counter, come on now. The parry in full effect now. Kawano, a couple of frame kills there. The avoid tech, man, that was
again. It works
so
at that space.
That's gonna be more than enough. Kawano again making quick work here, getting himself at match point. Look at the amount of life just hanging down from Kawano's name.
Round 2. Fight.
This is looking very, very, very difficult here for Smug. Not really able to get anything going. And Kawano's just really good at controlling the space and occupying it with buttons. We're talking about how good bufferable G's buttons are, but Kawano's really made that standing medium punch, standing light kick that Colin has at a cancelable look incredibly strong.
Can go right into EX Parabellum if need be.
Yes, yes.
Smug, he's calculating his way through.
Just dancing around that range and then getting away with a dash.
What's the button press again? Oh, that was what he was looking for last time in game number 1. Frame kill again, forward throw.
Bottom.
Watch out for the crouching medium punch. Trying to bait it again, the same exact sequence. Vanity step now, applying pressure, forward throw. One more will be stunned.
Oh, the counter hit again.
Yeah, Smug is trying to catch movement from Kawano. And he was kind of teasing the idea earlier, but he's sitting back. No mix-ups here. Whoa! Command grab? No! Oh, it was coming, no matter what.
All right, cashes out immediately, no more scaling.
Not quite dead.
No! Oh my god, the punish was completely whiffed.
Very lucky from the side of Smug, but he can't take anything else.
Yeah,
neither can Kawano.
Kawano going for that shimmy again, and Smug sticking out that long crouch and light kick to stop him. That's one set point saved, and Smug starting to get some offense moving here, but again, the command grab's not coming off for him.
That sequence from Kawano, right? It's worked 2 times over. He didn't get a reaction the third time. Smug is now keen to that exact strategy.
Going to the corner.
I'm loving it right now. Smug, what are you going to do? You tried to command grab Kawano, sniffed it out. Immediately checking with the jab, checking the movement again, activation into trigger. What now? Drag to the corner, decent amount of damage. What's the frame kill situation? No, just walks up, forward throw, one more throw will stun. And he knows it.
I like that V reversal as well. He's still going to get V trigger, but just means the threat of the stun and the round loss is gone. He's back in the corner. Brave tech. That was a brave tech. And again, he sticks that long shoe.
Still able to counter. Oh my god, Kawano.
And that is it. Smug started to fight back, but Kawano, the control was too good. That corner pressure, man.
It was too tough for Smug to kind of figure out what he was supposed to do on defense. It was just a little bit too late for him to actually figure out like what sequences Kawano was going for. A little intimidated by the frame kills. Again, he has like a whole wheelhouse of frame kills, but it leads to the same thing, really.
Yeah. Wasn't really able to get a lot of V-trigger offense going as well with G. The command grabs were not there either.
Not even being able to like dash low to check the movement. Kawano,
no, he was so good at walk blocking, right? And that,
he teased the idea
as well, right? So like the walk back immediate crouch block, it's so easy to do on the leveless controller. And Kawano's so good at that. He just, as you said, he was looking, searching for those ankles because it's so good for G when he's able to convert off that EX smash under, but it wasn't to be. And Kawano advances into a qualification match for top 8. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you who we have got up next on the stage. You don't want to see us. Can we see the stage, please? No one wants to see us. Switch to the stage.
There it is.
There he is, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, on the hitbox.
Our Lord and Savior.
Newly sponsored.
Dago Umehara.
He's got a new Velcro patch on that bomber jacket. And there it is.
And he's got plenty of space for more, and I wouldn't be surprised if he filled it up by tomorrow. Boom, there it is. VIP.
Now we're just zooming in on Daigo's dad bod rather than the actual hitbox itself. But you know, it is what it is.
Still rocking the Beast logo. Again, he is the Beast. But let's talk about his opponent, right? You're very much so familiar with this young cat. Our Mika player kills you.
Karen, actually.
Not even going for Armika anymore. Because, I mean, I was just talking to Jammers about it, and he was just telling me about it. I'm like, huh, all right, well, maybe I was missing.
I might be behind. But yeah, I've always seen him use Karen. Yeah, he's really talented, man. Come through. He's kind of like come through underneath Mr. Crimson's tutelage in terms of, you know, studying and building up his experience in the game.
Okay.
They were both on the AS Monaco team together. And Killzoo's come through as a very, like, scary player in the region. He hasn't had the big wins, but he's kind of ever present there in France in terms of, like, top 3s, top 4s. He's actually not even, like, this isn't even his main game. He's always been sponsored as a Pro Evolution Soccer player, like really, really high level there. And he's, you know, he basically plays Street Fighter as a side game. That's how talented he is.
Super impressive.
So, yeah, really, really impressive, man. I think he plays the Celtic, Glasgow Celtic team for Pro Evo. So, like, yeah, he's on a big organization in Europe for that game. And here he is on the big stage. There you go, carrying.
This is going to be the ultimate test, really. You're going up against the Street Fighter player, Daigo.
So we'll have a significant amount of experience in this matchup against Akainu in the region.
Yes, that makes sense.
Obviously, Daigo and Akainu are different beasts, no pun intended. So, as you said, the ultimate test. Here we go. It's great to see Killzoo here in the winner's side, but he is going up against the living legend. Not a living legend, the living legend of Street Fighter.
We're going to see how this plays out, really. I mean, on paper itself, I feel like Karen does have a slightly hard time in general trying to close the gap against Guile. There isn't too much that she can do to get past one thing, and it's Sonic Booms. We're going to see if Daigo starts to load up on that strategy first and foremost. Killzoo actually attempting to go for it. Damn! That standing heavy punch stuck whatever Daigo tried to attempt to do. Oh my god. And I like this compact play from Killzoo, actually making it a lot harder for Daigo to even think about throwing a normal or a boom.
Killzoo was doing such a good job of walk blocking. So
right
good.
There, it's so deliberate.
Encroaching on Daigo's space. And Daigo's going to have to find the rhythm, the timing to just stop Killzoo from getting in.
I had to look at what peripheral he was using. Oh boy, forward throw now.
Yeah, I think he's a PS Pad player. I see. Like so many of these young players that are getting into the game.
Oh, this is going to be huge for Daigo. Is he actually going to spend? No, he's going for the EX instead. Oki situation, forward throw now.
Oh my God!
You are seriously a beast. That was actually a good call. Daigo had gone for standing medium punch.
Yeah, well, I'd like to bait out something in terms of looking like a...
Maybe like a Sonic boom?
Fake boom, yeah.
Yeah, like a meaty boom, right? That would normally be the case. But Killzoo just went right into the Rekka sequence.
What a confirm as well. Wall blocking again, doing such a good job of it.
That's what I wanted to see.
Taking the jump in. Oh, yes. Underneath the boom.
From further out, you make that read that Orochi just bypasses the Sonic boom.
Oh, no, we're
threading the needle. This guy is actually super on point.
Is flowing right now. Again, the wall block perfectly timed.
Oh. And that's such a sharp angle. It's so tough for Karen to even consider.
Yeah, we saw that with Punk, right? She has to jump back here to her medium, I think. There's the stun. Where did that stun come from? Everything was going so well.
It was literally off of that one sequence when Daigo got out of the corner. But no, you're right. She has to commit to doing a jump back normal, even like a jump back target combo. She has to commit to it. It's too sharp of an angle. The dash up. Daigo's been dancing around a little bit. Killzoo a little reluctant to press a button. Anti-air is there. Daigo definitely knows that Killzoo would want to try to jump in and close the gap. But right now, the Sonic Booms have been taking up so much damage. That's great! Punishing the knee bazooka. Dash up with the Sapo. Forward throw now. Killzoo pretty much equaling up the life. Daigo definitely fighting out of the corner. He is not afraid to throw those
booms. Been doing so well to just bully Daigo to the corner. There's the EX boom. And it's starting to go well for Daigo now. Not punishing that V-shift.
Pick it up. Again. Finds another way to land this boom, man. That crouching medium punch confirmed.
Oh my god, just stuffs whatever Daigo did there.
Nasty. Not pressing a single button. No, the whip punish could have been there. I almost pushed Logan off his chair. I'm sorry.
You need a little bit more strength to do that, sir.
It almost worked.
Oh, I rolled a little bit.
No.
Fair enough. Daigo is so good fighting with his back to the wall. Killzoo's been doing excellently to push Daigo back to the corner, but Daigo will absolutely not be bullied and will not lose his composure ever.
There were 2 times over where Killzoo actually attempted to jump against Daigo. Again, he saw a little bit of that success of getting those jump-ins early. Daigo had started to make those adjustments. I wonder if Killzoo is going to try to do it again. He does so successfully. Doesn't get anti-air. Word.
Wow, okay.
Overlap with the normals to get the Mujin cut. That's fine. Ooh. Now what? He's not maintaining his charge. That's the jump in he was looking for. EX Orochi. Extra damage off the roundhouse. Mujin. Forward throw now.
And now he's got the life lead.
Throw again.
Take that throw. Daigo can afford to take another one.
How does he do
Activation
it?
stations.
How does he do it?
Still alive.
It's not going to be the enhanced version. That trigger is gone. Going to be just fine. Kills you. Trying to bait something out with the Sobot. Daigo trying to be sneaky with it.
Yeah, he's got that EX Tenko. There we go! Ladies and gentlemen, from downtown, and kills you.
Round 2.
Actually kills you. Again, not being able to surpass the boom without meter, by the way. It's a whole different story when she has access to EX Sapo.
Yeah, and he hasn't really been using that. Oh,
Oh,
not confirmed.
That could have been huge. Hey, that's just fight
no
again.
cancel. Damage left on the table, but also
The positioning
stage
afterwards.
positioning, exactly. And Daigo making the most of it.
That's going to be just fine.
You can't afford to make those mistakes here against the Beast. He will punish you so heavily for it. And
Very much so,
that
Daigo
should have been
now.
Daigo on the floor in the corner taking a guess. Instead, it was kills you guess for game.
And I like this, yeah. Daigo slightly reluctant to throw some of these booms. Kills you again with that threat of EX dash. But when it comes to this specific range, it's a matter of whether or not kills you can react to a sonic boom to punish. With a jump in.
Oh my god, catches Daigo reaching.
EX% how to finish the damage. Finish the combo, I should say, with the damage.
Taking on stun and damage onto that with the EX.
Oh
Just
my god.
keeping Daigo stuck to the corner.
Not quite
There's
stun
the
point.
stun.
Is it going to be enough?
Yes, it is. It all comes at the end.
What about the scaling?
Yeah,
It doesn't
EX.
matter.
Bro, it's all specials and heavies. And
Jesus.
kills you. Comes back from set down to level it up 1-1 with the Beast himself, Daigo Umehara. This young man from France looking to make a name for himself, Mr. Crimson in losers. It's Kills You who's fighting through the winner's side right now.
Oh, got a little bit of the movement there. Full conversion for Daigo now being able to set the pace. That could have been huge if the medium punch had connected for Kills You. Checking the movement. Daigo is steady as a rock.
Oh my god, Daigo's respecting all of this, loads of negative frames, but Daigo doesn't want to interrupt. And he's back to the corner again.
Oh, that's huge!
the
Counter hit
hit.
conversion! Orochi into the corner, trying to bait a normal, but no, Daigo does get thrown. He's just sitting there and taking it. A couple of crouching medium punches, a couple of frame traps too. Could be frame trap scenarios.
Need to respect the activation potential.
Watch it now. Watch it now. We've seen a lot of these highlight clips come from crouching jabs into booms. Watch out.
Yeah, he's staying well out of range of that, but there's still the threat of the boom activation.
True.
There we go. But walks and blocks and puts him back in the corner. Excellent play. That throw did about 220.
Oh, doesn't have charge for EX flash kick. Now's the time to strike. There's going to be sonic booms to back it up with, though. Daigo now moving forward.
Yeah,
The V-shift.
V-shifts out, and there's no danger there.
That was so scary.
Oh, that's gonna. Oh no!
No, we dropped the.
Oh no!
You are so sick. That's gonna be just fine though. You're fine. Kills you. My God, he went for the throw anyway. The jump back, jumping it again. Kills you is one sequence away. That's gonna be critical art. You already know.
Spend it all.
That's good.
Spend it all.
It's
and
great.
Kills you.
Daigo doesn't have any meter to spare going into the next round either,
Yep.
so that was a very excellent choice.
Round 2.
Look at now.
Kills you not having access to any of that EX for the Tenko through the booms though is a big deal. But it is set point.
But now look at how much more aggressive Kills you is. He's already closed the gap within seconds against
Yeah, and
Daigo.
it's the same approach. Daigo with the big interruption though. Catches him with the
boy.
counter hit.
Catching Kills you both in movement and pressing buttons on wake up. This is going to be dangerous. Daigo pressing the right
jab
button.
check.
Oof.
Bruh, what a round that was from Daigo, dominating all the right decisions.
It's a whole different story now. But with the meter that Kills you has, Daigo has to pay attention to that. He can't throw those sonic booms freely, but we'll see if he does it anyway.
It's a final round. The crowd is making some noise.
And you see he's kind of making some erratic movement to make you think he's not going to throw the sonic boom. He's testing your reactions. That went under the jab. Okay. Pretty cool.
Daigo being pretty passive on defense.
No buttons here from the side of Kills you yet. Look at that. That erratic movement right there makes it so ambiguous as to when he's going to throw out that sonic boom. He's forcing Kills you to make that mistake.
Yeah. Oh,
that is huge.
my word.
And that is a great time to use that meter forward throw now. Doesn't get any media after that. Yeah,
the reversal for the knockdown and the pressure. Daigo tries to jump out, but he gets the corner back.
Oh boy,
the
he was
delayed
ready.
jab, looking for an EX flash kick, the Umi flash kick. Daigo, the activation.
Mini booms coming out.
V-shift's
Excellent
out,
V-shift.
so smart. Now
Good
that V-trigger's gone. The sweep anti-air, the patented Daigo special. But it is a lot of resources here for Kills You.
Both players can kill off a single touch, by the way. Kills You if he gets the right sequence into trigger. It could lead into...
Roundhouse activation is coming any minute now.
Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna dash in front of his face. Kills You is still getting himself within range.
That
That
roundhouse
roundhouse.
so good.
Oh, here it comes. The activation. What happens now? Is he
my
gonna take all the
God.
throws? He's waiting after
got
another one.
no
If he throws
V-trigger.
again, it's gonna be
He's
over.
got V-gauge now. Oh my god.
No, you could have finished that. You could have killed.
what he wanted.
You could have killed.
That was what he
You actually
wanted.
could have killed Daigo.
And Kills
You baited
You.
him correctly.
Suffers again from an execution error. The bait was exactly what he wanted. You can see how disappointed he was. The wrecker with the backdash follow-up.
He had the read.
Oh, it was right. And Kills You
Oh my
beat
god.
Daigo. He beat Daigo.
He
but
genuinely
he
did.
dropped it. Oh, there was
He
the
genuinely
execution
did.
errors are what cost him there. There was so many, not like he whiff punished into just a button with no cancel. The hit confirm into nothing.
It could have been any button, Logan. It
He could have
been
pressed
any
sweep
button.
and killed
Could have
him.
done any button. I cannot believe it, dude.
Oh man,
He
Kills
had
You.
baited Daigo into a kill scenario. He had baited Daigo correctly into the kill, and he missed his opportunity.
Oh
I
my
cannot
God.
believe it. I genuinely cannot believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, that could have been history in the making. You could have had Daigo into the loser's bracket and Kills You on his way towards a very, very, very successful position in the top 8. Whew. Listen, that was pretty intense.
Too intense for me.
We're getting a little too old. Ladies and gentlemen, we highly encourage you guys to get some refreshments. Be sure to come back for more of the Street Fighter V action as we get closer and closer to the top 8. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back here with more Street Fighter V at EVO.
Oh no, V-trigger 2, V.
Huh. Okay, so I did see a little bit of a flash.
Yeah, it was like a blip blip. I think
Yeah.
it was a change.
It's pretty quick. All right, it's still going to be the second set from both Trigger and the
Zanchu
skill.
and the big Kokosho.
Ah, I see.
Oh yes.
He's got it.
I'm a quick
Round
learner.
one. Fight.
You're lucky I don't know how to read. All right, so already swinging. Problem X was
Never
actually
learned
trying to
how to
get the
read.
standing heavy punch. Trying to catch a normal from Kudo, which makes sense because Chun-Li would definitely like to fire away right out the gate. She has the normals to do so. Ooh, that's exactly one
You
of
don't
them.
want to get into a normals game with Bison on the ground though, because once he starts getting a read on your timings,
Excuse me?
it's a read on his throw tech timing. So Problem X is stunned.
I was trying to figure out what you were trying to apply after he gets the read, but Kudo, again, definitely not an open book here.
Well, Bison as a character just wants to play neutral with you, right? He
Yeah.
wants to throw out Psycho Axe and Stand Fist. I know the special move names as well.
Trying to get those normals with a side of fire of Avines. Oh boy.
Yeah, awkward angle. Would have had to air. Problem X, so position of that normally.
Ooh, what an interruption there from Kudo.
Yeah, he's done really well that low short into the EX legs.
And I love that sequence, Problem X. I didn't even know he was hiding a V-skill, charge fireball in there. Whoa! Backing up, just kind of reassess. Kudo is still having to deal with this problem. No pun intended, obviously. Again, look at the amount of chip damage he's doing.
Target combo activation is going to be a nice bit of damage. The implant with the command grab.
What's going to happen? Get ready for the explosion. What side?
Nice.
Excellent block from Kudo. Problem X. I don't think he's just going to let it wind down. There's the aggression that we were waiting for. Are we going to see maybe like a Cycle Crusher to get a whiff punish? He's done it before. Oh.
That V-trigger takes ages to go, by the way. He can play a good 10 seconds.
Well, he's not going to be able to use
And
it
it's gone
anymore.
now.
Oh, you're
that's
dead!
it. 1-1.
Just like that, Kudo, nice and easy, playing it very, very patiently. Problem X, again, getting that entire sequence off of a Shadow Axe sequence, the target combo, I should say, into the V-trigger activation. It didn't lead to as much as I thought it would.
No, I mean, listen, that was all about blocking the mix-up after the implant, right? So
What is it, like
Kudo.
7.5 long seconds? something like that.
Kudo doing really well in terms of his conversions, though, and the neutral game's working out really well for him. That forward medium punch, as Stan Fist getting a big chunk of damage. Probably needs to adjust his neutral buttons here.
That was a counter hit too.
Oh
boy,
my God.
plenty of counter hits coming in from the side.
But doesn't get enough. That's a rare drop.
Anti-air?
Should break stop
so
the anti-air. Completely.
Yeah.
No back roundhouse for you.
No longer even able to use stand short because of that significant nerf. That background house just takes too much time. Back throw instead. That's a great activation round. But the V reversal is there for Problem X. He's not going to get his trigger though. He has plenty of life to rebuild it. Is he going to take that risk? Probably not. Watch out for that trigger activation. Kudo could lead to a ton of damage, but more importantly, the Oki situation afterwards. Or we could make something completely unsafe into a frame trap. Let's see how it plays out. I like
nice
it.
Punish.
Dash up twice. Trying to get a throw bait after that. I understand now. Here comes the trigger.
Damn.
Again, that could have been a counter hit conversion. That's it.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh, that was
God,
so
and Kudo
awkward.
set point.
That was
the
actually
Psycho Crusher
mad awkward.
stuffed.
You heard it. You literally heard the animation of the Psycho Crusher. Kudo actually dropped the combo even more. Problem X was just caught standing. Great confirm there from Kudo, just dashing up in Problem X's face. There hasn't been a lot that Problem X has been putting out there in neutral to intimidate Kudo from moving forward.
Trying to dash through that fireball again, but you see how difficult the timing is.
Now, finds the mark.
There's a knockdown.
Trying to go for maybe a back throw. Kudo just firing away with the normal. Snap! That roundhouse is going to catch even from behind. Still managing to maintain the charge. Kudo is all over it. One more for Stud.
Problem X with the interruption, though.
So brave.
That was a guess for set situation.
What a time of year reversal. That's going to be more than enough. Problem X falls short because of the cross-up against Kudo. Kudo's going to be moving on, I believe, into top 8.
No, that
Just
was
one
top
more
16,
game?
so
Okay,
one
top
more. That was
16,
the last first round match of top 42. Remember, we had the top 42 qualifier from Problem X and CN at the start.
True.
What an incredible run this young man is on. Kudo has been so impressive every single time I've seen him play, really making the most of this Chun-Li. A couple of drops there, so he wasn't actually as clinical as I've normally seen, but he still was able to get the victory against Problem X. I was really impressed with how he kind of made Problem X play a much more passive, reactive game in neutral. Hardly any normals seen from Bison, and
was
that's
so surprising.
Very different to what you'd normally expect from Bison in the neutral. He was almost exclusively using the double knee press as the using the right names, using the scissors as the neutral tool rather than the Psycho X and the Stand Fierce.
Or even a stand medium punch. That occupies a good amount of that range, and it's just not even as punishable as something like a heavy punch or even like the Psycho X, right? He started to use it as he got towards the corner, but it was a little bit too little effort too late, right?
What was really, really good as well, really getting a lot of mileage for Kudo, was that low short into the EX leg.
Yes.
It's always been a good interruption because it's a 3-frame cancelable low into a safe special move. It's so good to throw out and just make people second guess putting any kind of delay in their strings.
So powerful. There's literally a song with a line in there that talks about low short into EX legs, right? Again, it's one of the things it's non-committal. Like, even if it hits or if it's blocked, if it hits, it's great. If it's blocked, okay, you don't get punished for it. Not a big deal.
Absolutely, Kudo advancing. He will face Kawano. Every match now in Winners is a top 8 qualification match. And first up, we've got some slides.
Man, you were going to tease me into the next match.